I'd like to call the Legislative Committee meeting to order. I'll start by calling the roll. Mr. Massey?
I'm here.
Mr. Green is absent. Mr. Tobin?
Here.
Ms. Ray?
Here.
Okay, so we have a quorum. We have one item on the agenda. It has, through the passage of time, become time-specific, and you'll note that it does appear on the council's agenda later this evening, assuming it will pass committee uneventfully. Counselor?
Talking about the property exemption for the volunteer firefighters.
Yes, sir.
And we've gone through a number of drafts of this, trying to make sure that we treat everybody right. The people that deserve it is well-deserved, and we just want to make sure that we have down the criteria that, produces the exemption for those people. And we also have the 20-year exemption, which we can't use the same criteria because our data doesn't go back that far, so we've left that more to the discretion of the people in charge of the fire department. So I think we've come up with a reasonable solution to making it fair. We don't want to give the exemption to people that don't deserve it, but we also certainly don't want to deprive the people that do deserve it of the exemption. So that's the resolution we've got.
Seems fair enough to me. I'll go committee of the whole, just a deference to the others. Mr. Kleiner, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I would just want to make sure that, as you say, the people who do deserve it, and particularly the older volunteers who've did 20 years, that they are included, and that it's not too cumbersome a process for them to.
No, I don't think it's cumbersome at all. The officers in charge of the company have the first say. A recommendation goes to the fire chiefs, and if there's a denial, then the council would have the final say on that one. So there's a sort of a three-step process there.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Mr. Witt?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Massey? We're good? President Rodriguez, anything?
20-year members automatically get it?
If they get approved by these people.
Okay. And do we find out, do we have a roster of how many owned properties and versus, do we have any, number? How many members?
Yes,
First they have to apply.
Right.
Yes.
so
Okay.
we do have a roster in place right now of around 119 total, but then they have to apply. The letter will come from the fire company to us, the chief's office. We will go over that, we'll approve or deny, like Mr. Smith said, and then we'll give it to Mary Ann, and then she will go through the city roster. We do have a lot of members that are in the town of Walk Hill, and a little further out, so they will obviously not, be privy to this, but we do have a system that's becoming into process right now. But we have 119 right now on the roster.
That live in the city of Middletown?
No,
Are
like
they
I said,
owned?
119 total.
Total? Okay.
We're gonna slim this list down, with the assessor's office on who's in the city, who qualifies and who's not. But that's also gonna depend on who gets their application in by March 1st.
Which is why it's become time sensitive. We're trying to get it moving.
Right, that's why I suggest that the council, deal with this tonight as much as possible.
Would the assessor have anything to add, or you feel we've explained it appropriately?
I think he explained it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tobin, any questions or comments?
Yeah, just real quick, I imagine it's true, but so they have to be able to qualify for LoSAP in order to qualify for this, right? Adam?
Counselor is busy with the sidebar. He'll be ready in a moment. Oh, the assessor can answer that question.
Yes, they
And that-
do. They have to have a minimum of 2 years of service, and they have to qualify for LoSAP in order to get it. But what the chief was explaining was about the 20-year members.
Okay.
20-year members don't have to qualify for LoSAP. They just have to prove that they've been an active volunteer for 20 years.
And then, my other question, say they're active for 5 years, but then they stop being active, does it not qualify, they go off?
Right, they have to show that they're continuing to be active each year.
So they apply for it
each year-
yearly?
Well, each year I'm going to get a list from the fire department of who is continually being active.
And then what if someone did 19 years, and then, is there a way, and would they come to the council and try to get a 20th year, maybe they're injured or something, I'm not sure. Would there be a process for that? I don't know.
Oh, the law doesn't allow for that.
So then, if they did 19 years and they got injured and couldn't work, couldn't do it anymore, they wouldn't qualify for the 20-year.
Well, if
I'm
they
just- I'm
have,
just trying to
if
think
they
of, like,
have
things that might
LoSAP, it wouldn't matter as long as they have 2 years. They would just have to continuously serve. The lifetime members don't need the LoSAP. That's what they're saying. So if you make it 20 years being an active volunteer, you don't need to have qualified for LoSAP. It's mainly put in there for the old guys that have been around for, right, like, you know.
I was just thinking, like,
They've worked for
hypothetically,
the fire company, you know, volunteered their whole life, and now we come up with this new program and say, oh, you need to qualify for LoSAP, and now they're 80 years old. and-
Oh, no, I
No.
totally agree with that.
So,
I'm just wondering if
that's why that was put in there.
if someone did like 19 years, got injured, could they apply to the council or something to get that one more year?
Are other towns and cities doing it? Are they doing it?
Yes, the county already did it, and the school district did it last year.
But are they having any requirements?
Most of them, it's the 2 year, 2
Year?
years of service. Yeah. And the 20 years is in all the ones that I've seen. I've seen a bunch of municipalities' resolutions, and they all have the 20-year included, along with the unmarried surviving spouse is in there also. Yep.
I fully support it. Great idea.
Mr. Tobin, you good? Yeah. President Rodriguez, you have anything else you want to?
All good.
Okay. Mr. Jean-Francois? You all good? Ms. Ray?
I'm good.
All good. All righty, I'll put a motion on the floor, and Mr. Massey very nicely seconds it. For the members of the committee, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries with unanimity of the 4 who are present. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Mr. Massey seconds it. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.